Ever feel like DP10's preferences are playing hide and seek with you?
90 pages in the manual, it's a lot.
It's seriously expensive.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we're not diving into all of it today. We're zeroing in on those hidden gems, the settings that'll make you think, how did I live without that?
Yeah, like unlocking DP10's full potential.
Yeah, exactly. So where do we start in this treasure trove of tweaks?
I think we got to start with project setup, and specifically the audio files section. It may sound basic, but trust me, this is where the magic begins.
Okay, audio files. I feel like that's like the terms and conditions of the audio world. It's important, but we just click right through.
Yeah, exactly. And you would be surprised how many people miss out on some serious workflow enhancements in this section.
Okay.
So let's talk about the copy audio to project folder option. This one, my friend, is a game changer.
All right, break it down for us.
So imagine this. You start a project, you're pulling in audio from different sessions, different sound libraries, maybe even voice memos from your phone. It can get messy.
Oh, tell me about it. I've had projects that feel like archaeological digs, just trying to find the right audio file.
Yeah, and so this setting completely eliminates that chaos. Enable always copy imported audio to project folder, and DP10 automatically gathers all your audio, no matter where it came from, right into your project folder. Everything's self-contained, organized. You'll never waste time hunting for files again.
Music to my ears.
Yeah.
DP10, your personal assistant.
Exactly. And to even take it a step further, the store converted or processed files option lets you decide if those files live in the project folder too, or if they go back with the originals. So again, it's all about that customization, what works for you.
I love that level of control. And what we're talking about organization and streamlining, can we dive into the automatic conversions section? Because that's always felt like uncharted territory to me.
It does, and I think a lot of people feel that way. But this is where DP10 can really flex its muscles and save you a ton of time.
Okay.
Especially if you're collaborating with other musicians or working with audio from a variety of sources.
Okay, now you've got my attention.
Oh.
What kind of time-saving magic are we talking about here?
So let's start with the on-import option. This is your new best friend for a streamlined workflow. So DP10 will automatically convert any audio file to match your project settings the moment you bring it in. No more mismatched sample rates, no more file format conflicts. It just works.
That already sounds like a huge win in my book. What else we got?
Whenever file doesn't match project, this one's a powerhouse, but it requires a bit of caution.
Ooh, proceed with caution setting. I like it.
Right.
Tell me more.
It's like having a vigilant assistant who is constantly making sure that your audio is playing by the rules. So you change your project's tempo, boom, audio gets time stretched to match, switch sample rates, DP10 handles the conversions seamlessly. It's incredibly powerful, especially when you're, deep in a project and you're making adjustments on the fly.
But you did say proceed with caution, so what's the catch?
Yeah, so it's all about processing power. If you are working with a massive project, tons of tracks, tons of plugins, having DP10 constantly making these conversions in the background can put a strain on your system. It's like that super efficient but maybe slightly overzealous assistant who forgets to take a break.
Right.
So while it's great for most situations, just be mindful of its potential impact if you're working on a real monster of a project.
Okay, so we've got our projects organized, our audio's behaving itself,
Yeah.
but can we talk about making DP10 feel a bit more, us?
Aesthetics.
Yeah.
This is where we go from pure functionality to personalization. Because let's face it, who doesn't love a bit of visual customization?
Oh, absolutely. And DP10's theme section, dangerous territory for a tweak enthusiast like me. I could spend hours in here. Graphite for that sleek modern vibe. High Sierra if you're feeling minimalist. It's like redecorating your studio without having to lift a finger.
Right, and just like the right studio vibe can spark your creativity, so can the right theme in your DAW. But there's another aspect of this that I think is often overlooked, and it goes beyond just looking cool. And that's the track colors section.
Okay, I'll admit I've dabbled in custom track colors, but mostly for fun.
Okay.
What's the deeper workflow advantage there?
So imagine you're in the middle of a complex mix. Dozens, maybe even hundreds of tracks. Being able to instantly distinguish your drums from your vocals, from your guitars, from your synths, just by a quick glance. That's powerful visual organization.
All right, it's like those color-coded cables you see in a professional studio. Makes everything so much easier to navigate.
Exactly. And the beauty is you can customize it to match your workflow perfectly. Some people like to use subtle shades within a color family for a cohesive look. Others go full-on rainbow mode. Whatever helps your brain make sense of the information fastest.
I'm already picturing my next session like a fiery orange for my drum bus, And maybe like a cool blue for the vocals.
There you go. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about transforming your visual workflow. And speaking of workflow enhancements, are you ready for our rapid-fire round of hidden preference gems?
Oh, you know, I live for a good rapid-fire round. Hit me with those DP10 secrets.
All right, first up, rectified waveform display. If you are someone who is visually oriented when it comes to audio editing, this one is a game changer. Have you ever found yourself like squinting at those tiny waveforms, wishing you could see more detail?
All the time. Especially when I'm zoomed out on a project.
Yeah, so this setting is like putting on a pair of high-resolution audio goggles. Rectified waveforms essentially pack twice the visual information into the same space. You'll be able to see subtle transients, identify clipping points with pinpoint accuracy, make those super precise edits, all because you're seeing your audio with greater clarity.
It's like going from standard definition to HD audio. I love it. Okay, next gem, hit me.
Next up, we're going into the Edit Windows section for this one. Show tempo mismatch lines. So in the world of sample-based music, especially if you're doing like intricate edits or working with loops, tempo syncing is crucial.
Absolutely. One little tempo mismatch can throw off an entire track.
Exactly. This setting is your early warning system. It visually flags any audio that doesn't perfectly match your project tempo, so you can catch those discrepancies before they become headaches.
So no more head-scratching moments of why is that loop slightly out of sync. It's all about prevention.
Precisely. Saves you so much time in the long run. Instead of hunting for those tiny tempo mismatches, you can focus on what matters. Making music.
It's like DP10's got your back, saying, don't worry, I got this.
Okay.
No more tempo mysteries, just smooth sailing production.
Exactly. And that's what's so brilliant about these hidden gems. They're not flashy, but they make a world of difference.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
Absolutely.
Right? Which is why I love this episode. We're not just scratching the surface here. We are unearthing these little nuggets of DP10 wisdom.
And, you know, this is just a glimpse into the depths of what you can customize. There are so many more, like, hidden alleys and secret passageways in DP10's preferences, each one with the potential to, like, really refine your workflow.
I am so ready to fire up DP10 after this and start digging in.
I love it.
You've sparked like a preferences adventure in me.
And that's the bike takeaway. I challenge you and everyone listening to make exploring those preferences a regular habit.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like a treasure hunt within our own DFs.
Exactly. So next time you have a few minutes, open up your DP10 preferences, dive into a section you've never fully explored before. Maybe it's MIDI editing or display or project information. You never know what hidden gem you might uncover.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe you'll discover your new favorite DP10 feature tucked away in those preferences.
That's the beauty of this powerful software. It's constantly evolving, and so are we as musicians and producers. Keep experimenting, keep learning, and most importantly, keep creating.
Beautifully said. Until next time, happy tweaking, everyone.